Hello, I just wanted to get this quick prophetic word that God gave me just a few minutes ago. He told me that this is the season of the unusual, where He's going to make the things that seem unusual to us usual, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's definitely, I can definitely see that. I have seen that in the last at least 5 or 6 months that so many unusual things have been going on. I mean, it's just amazing. And this is just, I believe, the biggest shift that this nation has ever seen that God's doing now. I mean, He's moving people around, He's moving things around, He's placing things in order, He's setting things up because His return is close. And I mean, we can clearly see that from all the stuff that's going on in these days. I mean, it is just absolutely amazing. But it is definitely an unusual season, I can tell you that, because the things that I've seen are just so unusual. I mean, it's like people have so many things going on in their lives, and there's so many things coming at them. Even I have the last couple months, but it is just absolutely amazing. But we just have to keep our minds set and keep our minds fixed on God, and just make up our mind like, hey, I'm not going to let the enemy throw me off my game. I'm going to do what God's called me to do, and get things done, because this is the season that God He's on the move big time. I mean, He is really on the move. He is shifting things around. He is shifting people around. And this is definitely the biggest shift that I believe that this nation's ever seen and probably ever will see. But I mean, it is just absolutely amazing. But we just got to make our minds up and say, hey, I'm not letting that enemy throw me off my game, because that's exactly what he's out to do. He is out to get us off focus. And I have seen it so much, even in my life and in other people's lives. I have seen it so much that he is on the attack. I mean, big time. And we have got to just fix our eyes on God and stay fixed on Him, and keep our minds fixed on Him, and our hearts fixed on Him, and not let that enemy come at us and distract us and get us to lose our focus, because that's what he's out to do. Because he knows God is on the move big time now, and He's moving things around and shifting people around, and He knows that this is the biggest shift that this nation's ever seen. And He's trying to mess things up and get people off track, but we just can't allow Him to do it. We got to stay focused, and keep our focus on God, and just stay on track and do what we got to do and get the job done that God called us to do, because time is short and we don't have a whole lot of time left. So we just got to kind of hand our issues to God and say, okay, Lord. And I've done that. I got a lot of issues, things going on in my life that just seem crazy, out of whack and just cuckoo. But I tell you, I just decided, I said, nope. I said, Lord, I'm handing you my mess, and my mess is going to end up being my message. And that's what we got to do. We got to let our mess be our message, and just let our test be our testimony, so that we can share it with others and encourage them, and show them that if God did it for us, He'll do it for them too. So we just got to stay on our game, and not lose focus. We got to stay on track and just keep our eyes on the prize. Keep our eyes on Jesus, and just, know that He's working things out for our good behind the scenes that we can't see, necessarily, but He's working things out for our good. So even though, your life may seem a mess, and mine does too at times, it seems like a mess, but you always got to keep in mind, though, that God's making that mess your message. That mess is going to be your message, and that's going to be, something that you can use to help someone else that is going through the same thing that you're going through. Because once you get through it and God sees you through it, and and you get the victory, which the victory is already yours, but once you get to the end of it and you see the victory, then you can share it with other people, and it will help them, probably more than right now. It'll help them a lot in their lives, so, and in their walk with God. So that's amazing. But this is definitely an unusual season. I'm telling you, God He is on the move. He's moving things quick. He's moving things fast. He's moving things at a rapid pace. And it's like, whew. I mean, we just got to just stand behind Him and just say, okay, Lord, you take the lead. You lead and I follow, because, we just got to keep up with Him, and just let Him guide us and lead us into His truth, because He's moving things really quick and really rapid. That's for sure. I have seen it. I mean, in the last few months, I have seen that so much. It is just amazing. But we just got to keep our focus on God, and just, keep doing the things that He called us to do. But I just want to share that quick word with everybody. But this is definitely an unusual season. This is interesting and unusual at the same time. It's just, it's absolutely amazing. But He is definitely on the move. I can tell you that. God is definitely on the move. He is moving things around, and your life may seem a mess, but just remember, that's just because He's shifting things around right now, and things get kind of messed up during a shift. When we're shifting things around, it's like when you're moving from place to place. Things get messed up and they get out of place and they get, kind of out of order. But once you get moved in and you get things set up and settled in, then things start getting in order. So that's kind of like how God's doing. When He moves us from season to season, He's moving things around and He's shifting things up, and they seem messed up at first and they seem out of order. But once He gets us to where He needs us to be and places us where He wants us to be, then everything will start fitting in better. It'll start fitting in and start getting in the places that He wants it to be in. So there'll be order in it, after everything gets shifted around. He'll bring everything into order because He is a God of order. So He's definitely putting things in order. But for right now, they're going to seem a little messed up. But just stick with it and just know that God's going to fix it, and He's going to put everything, the pieces of the puzzle in the right place, and they're all going to fit together. So just keep your eyes fixed on Jesus. And until next time, be blessed. Bye.